we are.
Then here we move to these power equipment breakers. Now, I've talked about the ones lower voltage. So, but when we now want to talk about the higher voltage,
Sorry, sir. Among all these things you have mentioned, which one is fall under this?
which one
is this one fall under?
No, I'm telling you that the ones we are talking about now is the ones that are of a very low voltage of 200. We never come to the gas.
Using the house.
Yes. Community suicide. That's why I'm talking about the voltage levels. So we use those ones now for lower voltage. Do you understand? How can you take this one and go and in fact you can't even afford it. There is nobody that is wiring flat or getting flat. Now come and be talking about this one. That would be madness. It will be madness. So here we go. So for those ones that we use at a higher voltage, you understand? You need an
Like this one.
yes. You need an arc quenching medium. Because you know sometimes when you want to turn on your switch in the house, if the place is dark, sometimes when you bam, more especially those days that we use these filament bulbs, because of the high power rating, you will be seeing some spark of light inside the tumbler switch. Who has experienced it? It's about you.
Yes.
When you now turn on,
Yes, if you turn it on, that spark,
yes,
that arc inside,
spark
little
inside, you will see it. Do you get it? You will see it. You know those black,
especially for
switches.
this kettle, electric kettle or something.
Even the electric kettle,
Or iron.
because it's a high rated equipment. So once, and you know that those very tumbler switches are only 5 amps. So assuming now that more especially when you are now using it you connect a bulb, 3 bulbs, 60 those days you have 100 watts, 100 watts, 100 watts, 100 watts, and you are just using 5 amps switch, tumbler switch to control it. So that is where you observe that arcing more because you are increasing the load, the power demand of those 300, that is 300 watts now. So you just use 5 amps tumbler switch to control it. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So now, the more the power of what you want to control, do you understand? Or the switch you want to use, the higher the arcing. I say the higher the power of the equipment you want to switch on or switch off. Do you get it? The higher the arcing. In Agota?
Yes.
You know what is arcing? Who does not know what is arcing?
The higher the arcing, the spark.
The spark. Like when you now take red and black wire and touch them, don't you use the see spark to spark? That is arcing, and that is why too when you want to close a circuit, the contact of the breaker now, it has a contact.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Even these ones that we're using here, if you open it, it has a fixed contact and a moving contact. So when you now close, this one will now come and touch. At that time that you want to touch, there will always be spark there, except if the load is low. So now that we are talking of sometimes 1,000 watts, sometimes 5,000 watts, we are talking 1 megawatt, 2 megawatt. Do you think when we now talk about 1 megawatt, or somebody is giving you reading and the person will tell you, I made a mistake. It was supposed to be 50 megawatts and he gave you 49 megawatts. To me, it pains me because that thing is a whole lot of money. You will just be seeing it as is it not 1 megawatt. That's why many times when people give me those readings, I'll tell you, cross-check again. Do you get it? Because you put yourself into trouble. These things are in a 1 megawatt. Is it not only 1 megawatt? It's a big money. If they give you 1 megawatt, they continue to give you 1 megawatt every month. I tell EEDC, collect the money for 1 megawatt and be given to you. You will go and start challenging them with it.
Yes.
Because it's a whole lot of money.
Yes.
You get it. So now, remember what I said. what brought me here is that the higher the power rating, the higher the backing. So now, in all these ones, now those switches that I showed you, it is only air that is the only medium of arc quenching. Air is the only medium of arc quenching. Do you understand? They are quenching the arc because if by now, if by that very switch, if that very switch spark, or maybe hair like this, air and it may occupy the place. Do you get it? I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense. For the small ones, the one we use in houses, the ones that I showed you over there. When once it finally separates, the two contacts finally separates, the air, here doesn't only both the fixed contact and the moving contact, it is equal. You get it?
Yeah.
And that's why you can move your hand like this, it will not touch it. Because even the air is also an insulator. That's why you have not died. All this while you have been going into this. Do you understand? Because the air is now
it's a barrier.
It's a barrier. You don't get it.
Yeah.
You get it?
Exactly.
So we move forward. So now, when we are now talking of the higher voltage, now what now depicts the name of the breaker that you are going to use is what now made the people to name it after the arc quenching medium. So we have oil circuit breakers, which you have not seen. And that was what made me to come down, because maybe they send you to the station at Idumota, and then you now come and see minimum bulk oil and bulk oil and minimum oil breakers, and you say, oh, these people didn't tell me. Oh, this man that I left their station, they did not tell us. And that and now they will say it's engineer. In fact, they will not call me because which station are you coming? You say, it's engineer for. I will not be there, man. They will not mention my name because I'm now in this. So thank God you are telling them. So that is it. So now, if we want, I told you the other day we were discussing about transformers that oil is an insulator. Did you capture that?
Yes.
So now, during the arc quench, when once you are separating because of that very high load, when once the fixed contact and the moving contact, a signal, the relay has already sent a signal for the breaker to open. And as it is opening, once it is opening, there will be arc in between the two contacts. And if there is no any medium, if there is no any insulating medium to quickly quench that very arc, then it means that the tips of your contact, your contacts, the fixed and the moving contacts, it means you will continue to change it. And your design will not make any engineering sense to anybody because you'll be wasting a whole lot of money in doing maintenance. Is that okay?
Yes.
You get the gist?
Yes. Or you circuit breaker.
You get it?
Yes.
If there is no acquisition.
Yes, for those highly rated breakers. And why I have now told you that we have oil circuit breakers, OCB. And then inside the OCB, you have minimum oil and also bulk oil.
Yes.
Oil circuit breaker is a type of a circuit breaker we use in power system. Then inside the oil circuit breaker, in that oil circuit breaker, it is still divided into two: minimum oil and bulk oil circuit breaker, BOCB, and then MCB, minimum oil, MOCB, minimum oil circuit breaker, and then bulk oil circuit breaker. Engineer for am I another? Very good. So you don't say I'm my supervisor. So here we go. Are we okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, the other one that we have air blast circuit breaker. You know the other small ones, I have told you that because it's a low voltage, then it is just air, the ordinary natural air. But when it now comes to the air blast, you need, because it's a higher voltage, you need not just when you want to, many of you are not born like us in the village. I'm in the village now, you understand? So we use mouth to blow lamp. You know that lantern? When your mommy says day is broke, you now carry your lantern. Then now you bring it and blow it.
Yeah, I know.
How many use it?
Yes.
We all used it.
Eh?
We all
We all
use
used
it.
it.
Okay.
Number one.
Some people are born at the backyard, some people were born in the backyard, some people were born in the teaching
Frontage.
hospital.
Some people are
So
going to the
we,
toilet.
some of us that were born in the backyard. So, so that is it. Here we go. Now, when that you need the air because it's of a high voltage, you need to blow air into it. Do you get it? And then that air you are going to blow into that breaker is a compressed air. Hey guy, if you go, good morning, bro. If you go to Chobo, you will still see it in their 132 kV station. So when I was there, we do. And when after every operation, you now come and turn on the compressor, you'll be hearing it is trying to compress back the air. In readiness of another operation. Is that okay? Just like when the SF6 breaker it has operated, you need to go back and spring charge it in readiness for the next operation. Is that okay? Are we still together?
So the compressed air is used to extinguish the arc.
Exactly. That is the thing. You know, I told you first of all that the breakers takes their names after the medium through which they extinguish their acts. Did you get it? So now we have done about we've done oil circuit breaker, and you know you have to the minimum oil and the more oil, and then you also we have done about the air blast. Very good now. So we proceed. We are moving forward. And why were they doing these things? Why were we progressing like this? Because they found out that the air sometimes it constitutes nuisance. If an air blast, in fact, that was a whole lot of experience. If the 330 kV air blast bangs here, it will look like it's an atomic bomb. The cylinders where those things were, where the airs that were being compressed and all that. Until with that, it can make somebody block his ears and all that, and do a lot of damages. And if there is any way, one of that very, very breaker or anything that explodes, plus is a disaster. Then the oil also, if there is anything that happens and the thing blasts or explodes when you are in the switch yard, in fact, you may not need to tell the stories because you are a corner. And their arc quenching medium, their arc quenching abilities were not also very good because while after every operation, you know, it's like when your pot, when you are cooking and the thing gets burnt, what do you get at the bottom of your pot? Charcoal. So, and that is what is called, what is charcoal? It's carbon.
Carbon.
You understand? So the oil, the more you operate the oil breaker, the more the oil will be carbonized. So, and at a point, you remove some of the oil, or maybe you do what is called oil filtration. Do you understand? Which does not also take more money. And then with time, another very dangerous disadvantage is that as the oil is carbonizing, a time comes when it will no longer be acting as insulator. It will be, because it's a conductor of its own. So it will now start acting as a conductor. You can imagine what will happen. Do you get it? So this were because of those disadvantages. Those that are doing that are in RO and I, they call it research and innovation, or RUD, research and development. Because it's just I don't know where we are going, but I pray that with time that we will have research and development, maybe in TCN or MISO or whatever. But we already have, I think we have research and innovation, which are now. But I pray that they do what they are supposed to be doing, because we are not supposed to be sleeping. Any of you at your age that is sleeping, you go back and say, I am tired. You don't want to open your book. Now you go blame yourself, because when your children will grow up and ask you something, I'll be telling them, when I was in school, I was an expert. Prove it to them. Prove it to them. I used to do mathematics. Prove it to them. I used to be the first. They will say, Mommy, come and prove it to us. And all that. I know I had such experience with my children when they were growing up. When I teach them mathematics, they will say, "Daddy, you didn't do it like our auntie." I said, "Don't compare me with your auntie." They are all, we know how children used to do. They want that very principle that their own auntie taught them. Yeah, I know that. So that was where we were always clashing. We say our auntie said it is this way. When you teach them quadratic equation and maybe use another method to do that and still get to it, they will tell you, no, it is this one that our auntie said. So it's just by the way anyway. So we have done the bulk, I'm also at the same time telling you the disadvantages. So what made the progression and the advancements. So now we move to the almighty SF6. Did I tell you what SF6 means?
SF6.
Sulfurfluoric acid.
Sulfuric.
Because you are missing the 6.
No, it's not tetraozo now.
Sulfur
hexafluoride.
And that's where your chemistry those are good biochem. Where are they?
Chemistry of biological molecules.
So that's where you show us that you are expert in chemistry. You understand? Sulfur hexafluoride. Do you understand? So it is an advancement to these two methods that I have told you. The aquenching ability is greater than that of the oil and that of the air also. So, and there are so many other advantages which I may not be able to tell you right away now. And number 2 advantage is that it is also environmental friendly. Do you understand? It's environmental friendly. And you see this thing now, even when they are refilling the gaps, you can see any offensive odor. You don't. And then that is the thing. It can quench the arc without any problem. And then this issue we were having, the issue of carbonization that we were having in our oil circuit breakers, we don't also experience it on the SF6 circuit breakers. Is that okay? Is there any other one I'm forgetting? If there's any other one I'm forgetting.
Vacuum.
Yes, my dear brother. Yes, we have vacuum circuit breakers. It is also like it is air, but it's no longer compressed. Do you understand? It's also CV, but it's no longer compressed. Like you compress the air so that it will just go. Then when the breaker is opening, then it will now punch the arc. And some of us that did our electric power systems, you should be able to know all those arcing. There are a lot of calculations we're doing about the arcing when even in thunders and lightning. You understand the breaking, arcing voltage and all that. There were a lot of calculations. It used to be very interesting if you like mathematics. So those are the things we have talked about for now. Is that okay? Yeah. And why I'm saying this is that I want it to sink in you. I want you to be experts in the next maybe 3 years, 4 years. After I'm retired, I will come back. I will see many of you doing very, very well.
You see.
So now here we go. Did I tell you anything have I ever mentioned about the bus bar systems that we use in our power systems? Did I say something about that? I have not. There is no way I have taught you. There is no way I have taught you, and I didn't mention it. But I want to lay emphasis on it now. So you just see it as a topic. The bus bar systems, in the bus bar systems, or the bus bar arrangements in electric power systems. Bus bar arrangements, you can write it like that. Bus bar
arrangements in electric power system.
Is that okay? Then we have the single bus bar system. The number 1 is a single bus bar system. It has an advantage that it is cheap. It doesn't cost too much money. Is that right? It doesn't cost too much money. Another second advantage is that the space you need, you don't need to buy plenty land. Is that okay? Don't need to worry yourself about so many big land and all that. That's an advantage two. I've given you two. And the other one that is a disadvantage is that once there is a fault, you lose all your load, everything. So, for example, I don't know, I have been saying it. We need to buy board, chalkboard, maybe marker board,
Whiteboard.
whiteboard. We need to get it. Except if you people are not interested. If you are not interested in teaching these people, now you people will suffer. Then we can make us money and buy it with marker board. I will enjoy it for them, but I will use this. What will I use? Let me say, I told you a bus bar. We are hearing a bus bar, main bus bar, reserve bus bar, and all that. It's just a conductor where all the circuits, even in that very consumer control unit, you saw there, you will see bus bars. I will show you the bus bars. You have the red face bus, you have the blue face bus, the yellow face bus. You also have the blue face bus. Do you understand? And it is from there that you see those start blocks, the circuit breakers are connected. Some are red, some are connected in yellow, but you will not see it. It's only somebody that is experienced that will know that this one is connected to the red bus, the other one is connected to the blue bus, and the other one is connected to the yellow bus. Is that okay? So it is there, but it's at a lower voltage. So this one that we are now talking about is that it's a big conductor that is there. Now, assuming now that like this very single bus bar arrangement that I am talking about, it just take a single line like this, single conductor. So now the incoming supply that supplies this bus, maybe a 132 kilovolts transmission line that is moving from 330 will now come and enter into this place. And there will be a line breaker that will be here. Is that okay? And maybe a line isolator and then another line isolator to guarantee this breaker in case of maintenance. Is that right? Do you get it? Are you picturing what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now, when this very line comes and enters into this very bus, and imagine what will happen like at Abakaliki. We are looking at this at Abakaliki bus. Do you understand? This Abakaliki, and this line is coming from Nkalago. And anything happens that this breaker trips, what happens to everything that is here? It's gone. Do you understand? It's gone. So that's why I said it is a disadvantage. Although it is cheap, although it does not occupy more space, but once there is a fault, then you lose everything. Is that right? And you can imagine what will happen in this season of SLA. So any money, any downtime, you are going to pay for it. So, and then on this single now line bus band, you now come and connect your Afipo feeder. Afipo is my village, so let me call that one first. Afipo feeder here. You used to see Afipo now in Abanda Abakaliki. Afipo feeder is the 33 kV feeder. Then you now see Ezilo. Oh no, Ezilo is at Nkalago. Then you now see no. It's what is this place? You see Yahe. You understand? You also see Itigidi feeder. Do you understand? You also see TRO2. I mean TRO3. TRO3 is the 30 MVA transformer that is 33 by 11. Those ones belongs to the distribution company. Is that okay? So you now see another one, TRO4. The same thing. They have 6. And then Ishieke. Do you get it? There are now, how many have you counted? There are 6 of them. Afibo, Ishieke, Itigidi, Yahe, TRO3, and TRO4. There are 6 of them. You have to memorize these things. You have to know it. It has to be in you as long as you're working under this ACC. Do you understand? Don't say it is too much. This your head can carry more than that computer.
Yes.
So don't say, because that is what is carrying a lot of people. They say, oh, it's too much. This man is just bombarding us. We have many lectures in here. You have not started. So now these 6 feeders, if anything happens here, the whole of this Mr. Man is gone. All the loads are filled. TBD and everything, it is gone. The loads are gone. Do you get it? So it's important to note it. Is that right? Can we move?
Yes.
So now we now go to the double bus bar breaker system or double bus bar breaker arrangement. Whichever one you want to call it. Is that correct? We have finished with the single one. Now come. So who can give me an example of where he has seen double bus bar? Very good. You are very, very smart. I like that. It's where?
It's here.
No. Don't go here. You have not failed it. Don't go here. I was expecting that. I was thinking you people are smart.
And the switch here there.
It's
And the switch out
Let's switch here.
This switch out here. There are two bus bars. There are two bus bars. There are not two bus bars.
Somebody here is pointing 132.
Who?
132.
Members and reservoirs.
Very good. Don't you have members here? So two of them, you agree on two of them.
Yeah.
So who disagrees? Nobody disagrees. I give all of you. Don't. Eh? You are coming close. You are coming. So that's why I say there is no way I will have taught you all this. Why I know if I'm recording it, I've given you people lectures of not less than 6 times. And I will have mentioned it. So now don't go here. You see where you will go. This is a double break, a double bus bar breaker system. Do you understand? Because each of the just connected, look at it. This is an isolator, this is an isolator. Do you understand? This one is close position, telling you that this very equipment is receiving this supply from the bus one. This one will go to the bus one. Is that correct? And what is this line? This is the Soka or to go line. Do you get it? This is the Soka or to go. It's either it gets from here or you open this one and then get your supply from here. Is that correct? Assuming there is going to be a maintenance to be done. You now open this one and close this one and get your supply from this very second bus bar. That bus bar too. Is that okay? Yes. So now, what differentiates, likewise all other equipment that is connected to it, but what now differentiates this very one from this other one is that this one has what is called a bus coupler CB. A bus bar coupler CB that couples, not section, don't bring in section, right? It's a bus coupler CB which now couples the bus bar and this bus bar and maintains these two bus bars at the same potential. That okay?
Come again, sir, please.
I say the difference between this and the other one, this one has a 2 bus bars, but it only has one bus coupler CB, which is this. Which is this? This is a CB. The bus coupler. Look, let me tell you. When you see a drawing, whenever you see any of these buttons that is in square, that is a CB. But if it is in circle, it's an isolator. Is that right? So now, when you are drawing, when you see a single line diagram, when you see where they put X, that is a CB. When you see this slash, it's an isolator with books when you are reading. So now this one is a bus coupler CB that is coupling a couple is connected, and then this one now connected to this video. Don't mind this thing. This place does not have any physical contact with this very bus. It's supposed to be like this in the normal drawing to indicate to you that it doesn't touch here. So that it crosses this one and comes here and connects the two buses. Do you understand? Yes. Number one, the function of this box coupler CB, number one is that it places these two bus bars at the same potential. Number two is that in case any of these equipment, like this very Calago line, the breaker has an issue, then the PCNM people can come and transfer the protection of that very line to this very Mr. Man. It will now be this bus coupler CB. Whenever there is now a fault on that Insuka line, this man will now treat. But the only thing is that when it now treats, then it means that the two buses will no longer be at the same potential until it is restored. Is that okay? Is that right? Are you okay?
Yes.
Any question? So now here we go. We made this command. It has two buses also. That's why we should not be confused on it. But the thing is that this one, you know, this drawing that you are seeing, this line now, this is number one. Sorry, we'll take it easily. Sorry.
No, the thing is spoiled.
No, you're on maybe. Move it. Sorry, man. How? You didn't want to. So now, this is bus one. See, 330 kV bus one. You see? So now, this equipment now is connected here. Where you see this round something, it means it is connected here. So where you didn't see round, it means it just passed here. So it's connected here. And what is this equipment? T01. That is TR01. This is T1A. Do you understand? It's connected on this bus. And then you should go, how you can memorize it is that anything one is connected on bus bar 1. Is that okay? That was the arrangement. Ugwaji line 1 is connected in bus bar 1. Do you get it? Transformer 1 is connected in bus bar 1. Then when you now go to DO1, you now see that Onisha, which is the active one, is connected in bus bar 1. But the one that is for future is not connected. It's supposed to go to bus 2. You understand? But it's for the future. It's not yet there. So now you see this TRO1 is on bus bar 1. Then you now see this Mr. Mine, which is the Ugwaje line 1, is connected from bus bar 1. Is that okay? But this one and the future, it has a tie CB. This tie CB, assuming now that this future is in place, we will now move this supply and come back to this. In other words, assuming now that this Onisha, assuming now that this very breaker has an issue, assuming now that there is a maintenance that is going to on this very breaker, you now take out this breaker and use these two isolators to guarantee this CB. Do you understand? So, in other words, Onisha can still be getting us supply or receiving supply from us through this very place as long as this breaker is on through bus bar 2. Get it? Yes. So now, in other words, each of these diameters have their own bus couplers. Because this tie breaker, what is it doing? It's coupling this breaker. This bus breaker, this bus bar. This is it. It's called tie CB. It is tying the two buses together. Tie. Synchronizing the two buses. You can also use synchronizing the two buses together. Is that all right? Get it? Yes. So that is exactly also what is happening. If anything happens to this Mr. Man, this very equipment can also still get supplied through him via Bosnia. Same thing and the other very diameter. Do you understand? But the only thing is that there has been an improvement in this very bus arrangement because at this very point where T1A is, there is now an extension that made this very our TRO4 is connected from this very tip also on bus bar 1. That is why when bus bar 1 goes, your TRO4 also goes. Is that okay? Is it not how it is? That's how it is. Then on this side also, on the bus bar 2, the bus bar 2, okay, sorry. This is the side that the TRO2 is. On this bus bar, near this very transformer T02 extended, then you will now see that our T3A is connected from this point. That's why if anything happens to bus bar 2, T3A also. Is that right? So I give you this assignment. With what I have told you, You now make a drawing of this this bus bar arrangement, including the placement of our TR4, and then that is T4A and T3A. Then look at it. Draw it by yourself. Because I have taken you so long and no assignment. So you do it by yourself so that it will enter. Is that okay? Is there any question?
Yes, sir. From the in this tiebreaker, as if it has a fault.
If the tiebreaker, yes, see, the tiebreaker has a fault. It's on its own. It will still be getting supply from this. The TRO will still be getting supply from here. Do you understand? And then we'll still also be getting supply this very one. And the potential of this bus and this bus will still be maintained because this Mr. Man is still there doing that same job that this man was doing when it comes to tying the two voltage. I mean, this Mr. Under normal cycle, you can hardly lose any load when you have a 1.5 breaker system. It don't. I'm not expected to. The redundancy was really properly taken care of in this very area. Is that okay? But the one disadvantage it has is what? Can somebody tell me? One disadvantage. This thing smart now. I want you people to.
One disadvantage is not when this system.
Disadvantage. I didn't say advantage. I have mentioned many advantages, but I want the disadvantage of this one because you cannot eat everything. You can't eat your cake and have it too. It's only in Nigeria that the thing is happening. Can't eat your cake and have it. Even in the electrical engineering design, you cannot eat your cake and have it. So you must give me one disadvantage.
The 1.5 breaker.
Yes. Oh, 1.5 breaker.
It is more expensive.
It's expensive.
It's
expensive.
Don't forget that what is in Sokoto is just in Sokoto. So this one takes a lot of space. You can see the plenty space. So assuming that is you want to have, I mean, there is a double bar breaker or single or small place, you're good to go. And then this breaker say that, these breakers, these isolators say that, money. It's expensive. It also occupies space. I think I want to ask for permission to fall out. I was doing something, it just occurred to me. I was
Thank you, sir.
Another professor.